Did you know that even the polyglots make mistakes when they speak English or the language? Let's talk about this and you realize why it's good to make mistakes. Actually, this is quite important because you can analyze what kind of mistakes you are making. Let's say that you make a lot of grammar mistakes. Although it's important to improve our structure, but we need to have in mind that the most important is to communicate. I remember watching trial class, trial Italian class a long time ago. I was in a 15 student classroom, and the teacher was the only one who was speaking Italian, and everyone else, all the students were answering Portuguese. And I was the only one who was trying to speak Italian. After like 1 hour and a half, I was convinced that it was not good for me. And I made a comment to one of these students. And he said, okay, but our grammar knowledge is much better than yours. I say, and it's good for what? If you have a lot of grammar knowledge better than me, but you don't speak, what do the Italians understand that if you speak only in Portuguese with them? So you need to realize this kind of thing too. When you realize that making mistakes is quite important for our improvement, we are relaxed. We don't care about them, and then we don't get nervous when we're speaking, you know. So don't be afraid of making mistakes because you are going to um, improve your skills and speak the language more and more naturally because you don't care about making mistakes anymore. I remember being interviewed by a Russian teacher who lives in Italy a long time ago. And I remember making a lot of mistakes speaking Russian with her, and I was not speaking that fluently. And I was criticized by one guy from my country who said that it was nothing. But then I realized that how many languages he speaks, what kind of improvements that he has made. So we don't need to care about these kind of opinions. So think about this one too. When we talk to native speakers, they care much more about what is being said, and they respect what you say right, what you speak correctly, you know. And many times they don't even remember your mistakes. Okay. So I have had my own experience on that. And I'm quite sure that this happens and this often happens. Remember, excellent is the enemy of good. If you want to be great, you need to start being good. So if you think about, oh, this is not perfect, and you're going to keep just projecting, planning, and you never do. You never do. So it's important to make many times bad content, many times awful ones, in order to speak better. So, for instance, I don't speak Chinese now. I'm just quite basic, but I want to speak badly Chinese. I want to speak like in an awful level, you know. It means that they understand me despite of my mistakes. And over the time, I'm going to speak better. It has happened to all the language that I currently speak, you know. I didn't start speaking English like this, like in this level, like in C1, C2. I didn't achieve that in 1 month, and then didn't achieve that by avoiding speaking, and then I suddenly start speaking very, very, very well, fluently, you know. So you need to think about this one too. You need to speak basically and then in a high level and so on, you know. And how do you do that? Making mistakes. Thank you very much for your attendance and see you in the next video and follow us in our social media.